Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another special online event here on Miss Philippines Earth. My name is Eliza Mendoza, your Miss Philippines Earth Ecotourism 2020, and I'll be your host for tonight. In the next few minutes, we are going to get to know the candidates and a little more about them through their eco videos. But before that, we will please join us on our trend by using the hashtag #MeLoves, short for Mother Earth, Miss Earth, and me, as in yourself. The delegates have actually been posting this with their eco activities, using it as a promotion for their different environmental activities, their eco tourist spots of the place they're representing, and its environmental initiatives. So what are you waiting for? Make sure to join and tag us in this trend, and we'll be happy to share your videos as well. Again, the hashtag is #MeLoves, short for Mother Earth and Miss Earth and yourself. Now, these eco videos were produced not just to create content, but as well as to be used as educational tools that give us a glimpse of the different places in our country and the environmental issues that pose a threat not only to these places, but their people. So our delegates put a lot of effort into putting these eco videos together to only share the highlights of their work, and who knows, maybe one of these ladies might land a spot in the semi-finals through their well thought out and compelling eco videos. And joining us this evening to help us evaluate these eco videos are two environmental champions who have been part of the Miss Philippines Earth family. We have the Green Man, hailed for his commitment to sustainable practices and for being a model of green living. He's an author, a consummate speaker, and a trainer on environmental issues, and was voted as the greenest man on the planet. Please welcome Mr. Matthias Gelber. Hi, sir.
Hi, good evening. Great to see you all, and looking forward to see the wonderful eco videos of our delegates representing the beauty of the Philippines and the preciousness of Mother Earth and what we can do to support her in her survival quest and the survival of the human species ultimately.
Yes, I saw a snippet of a few, so I'm sure they won't disappoint. Up next, we also have PTV4 news anchor and the consultant to the Miss Earth Foundation, former Miss Philippines Earth and Miss Earth Water, Miss Catherine Utalan Vital. Hi!
Good evening to everyone, and just like Matthias, I'm very excited to see all your videos. In a way, this will be our glimpse of what's happening all over the country right now, especially when we are locked in our homes because of the pandemic. So God bless to everyone.
Thank you. And so welcome to our panel of experts. We have a long evening ahead, so let's get on with the presentation of the first batch of delegates. First up, we have Angeles City.
I am Gail Ventique, your Miss Philippines Earth, Angeles City. Welcome to my home. Where I was raised, learned my first ABCs, rooted my beliefs, planted my values, and harvested my outlook with nature. With old and historical buildings, ecological tourist spots, gastronomically pleasing food, and God at the center of our core, Angeles City, also known as the City of Angels, thrive on nature through the 5 R's: rethink, reduce, reuse, recycle, and respect. This time of pandemic, the earth healed. Our initiative for the economy and the environment to recover is by launching Gawang Angelenyo. This is to promote the livelihood of the locals and prioritize eco-friendly products like carving bamboo, weaving rattan, and upcycling plastics. I advocate for sustainable ecopreneurship. In this way, we can solve 2 problems at once: our economy to prosper and our environment to recover. I joined Miss Philippines Earth to bring forth this reminder. a reminder that businesses should not only be profit-driven but also cares for the environment. This time around, let us build our economy with the earth in mind. My name is Gail Ventique, and I am a woman of the earth.
Okay, let's welcome Miss Iloilo City. Good job.
Hello, good evening po.
So we'll have our judges to ask their questions.
Go ahead, Matthias. You can go first.
Yeah, hi. Nice video about Angelus. I remember I gave some presentations there at the university, and I had a lot of enthusiastic students, and some of them wanted to go into green entrepreneurship as well. What would be your suggestion for our viewers out there, how they can bring business and environment in harmony?
Yes, actually po, sir, my advocacy is sustainable ecopreneurship, which goes to show that I believe that businesses should not only be profit-driven, but they should be able to care for the environment. And just as of this moment, 99% of our economy are actually micro businesses, small businesses, online businesses. And I feel like the best way for us to reach them is through online, by advocating and giving them the power that they should be able to change their ways. Say, for example, from the procurement of their products, to the manufacturing, to the transport. So I believe when they be able to change their ways, the businesses would then follow, our economy would then follow. So that for me is the best way to really encourage people, and if they think of creative ways to actually make a stand when it comes to going about the environment and leading the environment as well. Thank you po.
Thanks.
All right. I think your video was very nice and it's very direct to the point. My
Thank you,
question
ma'am.
for you is, since we're advocating for eco-friendly businesses, nowadays, everyone is going online and the shipment is still physical. What is
Yes.
your personal thoughts on the packaging that comes with all your 5-5-6-6-3-3 sales? And how do you think can we improve on packaging so that we don't have so much waste, plastic waste at the end of the day?
Yes, ma'am. I actually agree that whenever we order online, there are loads of plastics, bubble wraps, the plastic packaging, the tapes. That is why I have an alternative for that. I've been using with my own ecopreneurial business. We have been using plastic seaweed alternative for the bubble wrap. So there are alternatives that we can use. They're protective as well. And by doing this, we can not only lessen the pollution that is caused by plastic, but we could also help the environment in a larger scale. Imagine if all of the businesses, the 99% businesses, would shift their waste from plastic packaging to seaweed packaging, then our world will become a better place for all of us to live in. Thank you po.
Thank you. But how about the cost? Kumusta yung presyo ng seaweed alternative? Because now I'm guessing that if the demand is not yet that big, because not a lot of people know about it yet, it must be a bit more expensive. But if more people use it, maybe you should get in touch with the couriers. How much is it?
For the cost, it's actually a little bit higher than that of the plastic packaging, but it's not as high as what we think. The problem in our environment right now and the community right now is that all of the eco-friendly products are a little bit higher. That is why I would like to advocate for sustainable ecopreneurship and push for the government to mandate different programs or resolution that is targeting these problems. As for the price, I believe it is 300 pesos per roll.
Hopefully more people will use that. Thank you so much, Ms. Angeles.
Yes, hopefully, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Angeles. Up next, we have Ms. Atimonan, Quezon.
We know that this pandemic is not yet over, but we see a ray of light. We are near to ending this battle.
Embracing the so many colors of the earth, highlighting our culture and giving importance to our people.
Join me as we explore my hometown, Atimonan, Quezon.
Tagultol Fishing Festival is an evidence that our livelihood is mainly focused on the gift of our Lamon Bay, where we can find so many underwater species that we need to protect, our marine biodiversity. From the protection of our ridge to the protection of our reefs, the 5 C's in protecting the seas. Continuing a legacy. Protection of the existing artificial coral reefs and adding more to it. Constituting an execution of policies, such as designation of no fishing zone. Creating opportunities. Providing other source of income to our dear fishermen is beneficial both to people and to the environment. Caring for the environment. The most important C is the collaboration and empowerment of the people. These 5 C's will help me realize and sustain my advocacy, the protection of Atimonan's marine biodiversity. Let's all dive in this worthwhile advocacy of saving our seas.
I am Amira Almamari, and I am a woman of the earth.
Yes, hello, Miss Atimonan. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing fine. It's actually raining here. I hope you all are safe.
Okay, so are you ready to answer some of the questions from our judges?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yeah, looks like a beautiful place, Atimonan. My wife is from General Luna. How far away is that? Because it's Quezon province as well.
It's 2 hours away.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Still very far away. Okay.
It is.
You were mentioning collaboration is the key. How do you envisage the perfect eco-conscious collaboration of the different parts of the community to really heal Mother Earth?
Oh, the reason why I said that is because it's already evident here in Atimonan. So I'll give you a little fun fact. So the big rotary reef that I dived into, it was actually made by the fishermen themselves, and they were the ones who initiated that project. That's why the Rotary Club of Atimonan, Quezon gave them the budget to do it, and I interviewed these fisher folk and, the coastal families here in Atimonan, and I found out that almost all of the initiatives and projects of preserving the marine life here were initiated by them. And so, one of my platforms really is the collaboration of the people. And I believe that we already have that. And one of the way that I can really push for this is to visit each community, educate them, and bring their projects onto a bigger scale so that they would be more, how do I say this in English? So I know the word engganyo in Tagalog. They will be more
Motivated.
more excited. Yes, exactly, thank you. Motivated to push projects like this further.
Great, thank you, Ms. Atimonan.
Thank you.
Hi, Miss Atimonan. I think one of your C in your 5 C's is very important. Collaboration. It's not the work of one group or just the government, for example, but the collaboration is really important. What do you think is your biggest challenge so far among your 5 C's? Which is the most difficult for you to implement?
The most difficult is, of course, constituting more ordinances and mandates, because this is a really long process and it has to be thorough, and also it has to come from the voices of the people. And so that is one of the biggest challenges in the 5 C's, but I believe that we can do it because I am in close collaboration already with our local government unit, with our mayor, and our mayor listens to the people, and I have reviewed all of the ordinances we have here, and they are definitely perfect for protecting the marine biodiversity. And one thing we have to do is just to call for action and hope for the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Miss Atimonan. So up next we have Miss Baler Aurora.
My hometown is a paradise. Its natural beauty has captured the hearts of many. Baler's magnificence is manifested through its free soaring birds down to the smallest crawling sea creatures. To us Balereños, ocean means life. Our livelihood depends on it. The ocean has gifted us with prosperity and everything we need. But we are facing a problem called ocean plastic pollution. We don't have to wait for a disaster before taking appropriate action. We can't wait until every fish is contaminated and every reef is destroyed. Recent studies show that on a global scale, Philippines alone contributes about 1/3 of the total plastic waste that ends up in the world's oceans. Us, humans, have created this problem, and it is our responsibility to fix it. We have to start seeing how every conscious act can create a movement. We should each be the voice of Mother Earth through whatever path God has put in front of us. In my case, through creating and pushing an ordinance that bans the use of single-use plastic in my town. And we should never underestimate our contribution, because even the smallest conscious act can create a great impact. I am Verna Abby Zika. I am woman of the earth.
Hey, thank you. Hello to Miss Baler Aurora. Sorry, we're having trouble hearing you. Sorry, we still have nothing.
Hello, do you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
we hear you. We have you. All right. Judges, go away.
Great. Yeah, looks like a beautiful place where you are from. And I agree with you. What a shame if we continue to pollute the oceans with the plastic. And thanks for sharing with us some very practical hands-on examples. Now, it looks like you've been working with the politicians locally. Tell us a bit more, what were the things you were able to achieve and what were the challenges?
Thank you for that question. So I work for the local government unit of Baler as a counselor in the town. So I already had authored a tree planting ordinance and an anti-plastic ordinance in my hometown. And I think the greatest challenges that I'm facing right now is to start with myself, because you really have to be conscious when you are trying to advocate for something. You know, if I want to encourage people to stop using plastic, I have to start with myself. So I think that is the greatest challenge for me. And I know that little by little I will be able to do it. I've been doing my best since day one, because I've been working on the anti-plastic ordinance since January this year. And hopefully tomorrow in our regular session, it's going to be validated and it's going to be enforced in our town.
Great. Yes. Our own personal challenge, and good luck for tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I saw that you had a clip in your video there where you brought your own eco-friendly packaging and asked the people to bring to put your order there. Have you ever encountered any resistance from some establishments who really refuse to do that?
So far in Baler, no, ma'am. That's why I'm really proud, because when I began my journey in advocating for bringing our own bags and our own containers, all of the business establishments have been really supportive of it. And we have these so-called weekend markets. It is created to sustain the local businesses here in Baler. And there, people are encouraged to bring their own bags and their own containers. Everywhere they go, they're made to bring their own stuff so that they don't produce plastic anymore. And I'm just really proud, because all of the business establishments in Baler are so supportive of it, especially the local government units.
That's great to hear. Hope it happens to the whole country. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Miss Baler. So up next, we have Miss Bayambang Pangasinan.
I am Jen Orlito Guzman, Miss Philippines Earth, Bayambang, Pangasinan. A place where the best things happen. A place I always call my home. Being the fifth capital of the Philippines, you can find century-old acacia trees, a 400-year-old church, binasuan originated from my town, and recently the Guinness Book of World Records for the tallest bamboo sculpture of the town's patron, Saint Vincent Ferrer. When the pandemic started, we all braced ourselves for economic downturn. The majority battles hunger each day. This has been the reason that urged me to promote backyard gardening. To sustain life itself, families can plant fruits and vegetables for them to eat, while organic waste can be used as fertilizers. By doing this, we can also help the nature by recycling plastic containers, reducing pollution. And I want to remind people that through 5 R's, rethink, reuse, reduce, recycle, and respect, we can make the world a better place. We have an ordinance that forbids single-use plastics, poverty reduction plan, environmental protection, and disaster resiliency. The restoration of Agna River, an aspiration now put into action by planting bamboo grasses in dike areas. Even a small act, it truly counts. We are given the gift to live, and we owe that to our children. I am Jen Arlie de Guzman, and I am woman of the earth.
Hi, Miss Bayambang.
Hello, good evening.
Are you ready to answer the questions of the judges?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yeah. Hi, Miss Bayambang. I hope I got that right. I've never been there.
Yes, you got that right.
Looks beautiful. That is a statue made from bamboo, right?
Yes, yes.
Wow. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful. I like that because it's a very eco-friendly material, absorbs a lot of carbon dioxide very fast and uses very little water. So great for carbon absorption. For your activities with the local community and the local ordinance, what would you say are the biggest breakthroughs and the biggest challenges still?
The biggest challenges are getting people to act as well. Ordinances are given and it's for the people to follow. But I am glad that the people, Bayambangenos, are willing to cooperate to implement environmental solutions here in Bayambang.
Great, thanks. Good to hear. That's encouraging.
Thank you.
I really learned a lot from your video. The first 30 seconds, I didn't know many things about your town, but it's very interesting.
Thank you.
You mentioned about backyard gardening. Did you try this yourself? I mean, in your own home, and how helpful was it? And how successful were you right away? I mean, in the first few days. Sorry.
The very reason that I advocate for backyard gardening, it's because it's something that's really close to my heart. It's something that we are practicing even when I am just a little kid. And the benefits of it, like we benefited from it, especially during the start of the pandemic where it's hard to find food. And we benefited from that since we have like papaya, okra, and eggplants. We can have food for days when we can't go outside and go to the grocery.
All right. Thank you. Keep it up.
Thank you so much.
Hey, thank you, Miss Bayambang. Up next, we have Miss Iloilo City.
Welcome to Iloilo City, a city known for the love it showers, may it be to the people or to the environment. I always take pride on how Ilonggos rehabilitate their environment, especially the Iloilo River, and how they have taken steps to share in the responsibility of managing and maintaining the ecological balance in our beloved city. I am Rosel Angela Songano, Miss Philippines Earth, Iloilo City. And with me is my advocacy I call HEART, Home, Earth, Art. H stands for home. It is focused on preserving the home that we have and the only home that we can have. This could be done by encouraging the youth to rethink their ways and engage in environmental rehabilitation programs and go greener activities. E stands for Earth. We need to be aware of the pollution that has and is still occurring in our planet. This could be mitigated if we reduce, reuse, and recycle. Lastly, the art stands for the arts. It is focused on raising appreciation for the environment through the arts. This is where we can raise our respect for the environment as we realize that it is a masterpiece no one can ever recreate. I know that we can take part in saving and nurturing our environment. As for me, I am confident that I can do that because with me stands 946,000 Ilonggos, and hopefully in the future, 104 million Filipinos more. I am Rosel Angela Songano, a woman of the earth.
Hi, Miss Iloilo City.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Just happy to be here and to be part of this engagement.
I have to say, I actually really liked your video. Let's see what the judges have to say.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I think your approach to look outside of the box and bring in arts and the heart is quite interesting because we need to inspire people emotionally. We need to catch their attention. So how are you going to do that with that arts approach? How are you going to ignite the fire of people?
Yes, so I'm an artist and a theater actor. So before the pandemic, we had already stage plays together with my theater organization, the USA Little Theater. And we stage plays in barangays and communities where waste management was difficult and troublesome for them. So we really had to uplift environmental education, and our plays are really inclusive, and it's something that piqued my interest and something that kept me going because I have to say our plays are really unique because it's inclusive and allows the audience to participate with us. So I say that it's inclusive because we have incorporated bins into our stories. So we would put biodegradable, non-biodegradable, and recyclable bins in the middle of the stage and ask the audience to come up the stage with us and do waste management. So waste management disposal is an advocacy of mine as well. And I've incorporated it into my advocacy, which is heart. So currently also we have since we're in the middle of a pandemic, we've moved from stage to screen. And now social media is a powerful tool for us to start conversations and to raise environmental awareness and appreciation.
Great, thanks, Miss Iloilo.
Thank you, Sir Matthias.
All right, Miss Iloilo, I saw that in your video, you had a bike. What is the importance for you of having bike lanes? And I'm happy to see that in Iloilo, you already have bike lanes. Here in Metro Manila as well, we have more bike lanes because more people are cycling now that there's the pandemic. But how important is it to have an inclusive road system?
Yes, so as you said, in Manila, there's no bike lanes. So I'm really happy that Iloilo has bike lanes because in Manila, there's smog, there's fog, and there's smoke come together. And it's really bad air quality. So I'm really happy because Iloilo has bike lanes everywhere. It's apparent everywhere, and everyone, including my friends, uses bikes to transport from one place to another. So really the importance of bikes is to reduce carbon emissions, especially from cars, and to improve air quality.
All right, thank you. But just a correction there. We have bike lanes now here in Manila, just very recently, but we're very happy about that. Thank you, Ms. Iloilo.
So much.
Thank you, Miss Iloilo. Up next, we have Lapu-Lapu City.
I am Claire Cadilla, your Miss Philippines Earth, Lapu-Lapu City.
Lapu-Lapu City is named after our national hero Lapu-Lapu, who bravely fought against our Spanish colonizers. And now we have vibrant, beautiful beaches, we have a very diverse marine life, and we have the warmest and most loving, hospitable people and locals. Now, the Lapu-Lapu City government is very adamant on preserving our natural resources and saving the environment. We have initiatives like the Olango Island that's made into an eco-tourist destination, so foreigners and locals like us can experience the bird sanctuary, the marine sanctuary, and we even are encouraged to bike the entire journey. We also have initiatives like the coastal cleanups that are frequently done, and even our underwater cleanups by the Scuba Surero program, where our scuba divers go all the way underwater just to pick up the trash in the ocean. And I'm very honored to have been given the experience of collecting garbage firsthand with the Barangay Paho Garbage Collection Program, where I realized it's not easy to pick up everybody's trash. I am joining Miss Philippines Earth because I have a mission to save the environment, to preserve our natural resources, and to engage everybody in doing this in a fun and creative way. I will do everything in my power to speak up about my advocacy, which is solid waste management, because every single day that we consume tons and tons of trash and plastics, they all go into our landfill until they become mountains and mountains of trash that do not degrade over any time at all. I want the future generations to be able to see the beauty of the earth that's here right now, because I am a woman of the earth.
Okay, let's all welcome Miss Lapu-Lapu City.
Hi, and good evening, everybody. It's an honor to be here and to meet all of you. Wow, it's just amazing, the panel of judges. I salute you guys so much.
Hi, Miss Lapu-Lapu City.
Hello.
It was very visible that you're a great storyteller, so I hope you can inspire many people. I think your waste advocacy is very important. I was wondering whether you've ever thought about what happens with those mountains of waste that are currently being disposed in 10, 20, 30, 40 years, and any ideas what we could do to recover any value out of them?
Right. It's crazy if you really think about it, because our landfills, no matter how big they are, 80% of them are actually recyclable, because a lot of the things in the landfill, we don't actually segregate. We're supposed to have biodegradable waste into our landfills. Now, 80% of that are actually non-biodegradable. So that's our plastics. That's the things that, have a hard time degrading over time. So what we can do actually, it's really difficult right now because we do have all of these different establishments that are able to recycle all of these things from the non-biodegradable ones, but they can't because it's already contaminated with our hazardous wastes, with our, especially for what's happening right now, our medical PPEs and our masks and, all of the different bacteria. It is a living ground for all of the bacteria that's here. And, it just seeps into the wastewater, and we never really know. Right now, we understand how important it is for us to be able to contain airborne viruses because of the global pandemic completely stopping the entire world. What if I told everybody that we might have another pandemic coming if we don't start recycling our waste? And it's very easy. We can recycle, we can reuse, we can upcycle. There is a vast amount of different alternatives that we can do so we can save this planet from having another pandemic again. So I'm sorry, I know it's a really serious topic to be advocating solid waste management, but I feel like it's very timely, it's relevant, and we need to take action right now.
Great, keep it going. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gelber. Yes, Ms. Catherine?
Hi, Miss Lapu-Lapu City.
Hi,
I
good
saw that
evening.
you spent a day with the garbage collectors.
Yes.
I feel that they are very appreciated, especially during the pandemic, because they still continue to work.
Yes.
What was something that you realized during that day that you spent with them?
So I was walking down the road just thinking, okay, let's segregate our trash right now. And when I asked all of we call them the solid waste management operations team because it makes them sound very amazing. And it was an initiative by Barangay Paho. I was also joined by our Captain Lindel Bulios, who is the Barangay Captain, who does that every Monday and Friday, the garbage collection process. So what I realized was that I was coming into it very naive, thinking, okay, time for us to segregate, time for us to recycle. But when I was there, I asked everybody, why aren't we recycling? Why aren't we segregating? It actually starts at home. And a vast majority, over 400,000 people in Lapu-Lapu don't even segregate their trash. Not because they're not educated. It's just the fact that it's more convenient to just throw all of their trash in one bag and have everybody collect it. So now that the garbage collection process team actually go there, it's really hard for them to segregate the already contaminated garbage. And I understand that fully, because it is not an easy task. My salute to all of the garbage collectors out there, because it's hot, you sweat a lot, and other than that, you have all of these different materials to help you and to keep you protected and safe, considering it's in the time of the pandemic. But you can't even wipe the sweat out of your face because you were holding all of these different garbage in your hands. So it's just my eyes were so salty at that point because it was so full of sweat. And I had a deep appreciation for these people. And instead of kind of pushing my advocacy of waste segregation, I have to start all the way from the beginning. I have to start with awareness and making it fun and engaging for everybody. And which is why I proposed to the government 2 different things. First one is my recycling contest. So it's for the kids, and I do have another category that's also open to all. So we have concepts like reusing, recycling, and upcycling. And of course, we have our sponsors to, give the cash prizes. And the second one is, hopefully, I'm still really, really hopeful that this happens, is the Trash to E-Cash program. So it's where people can recycle all of their non-biodegradables. They can go to a mall, and we can have the people who buy them and purchase them, who are usually in junkyards because people are really scared to go these days, into a nice little booth in the mall. We dress them up, and at the same time, they're different. It's like a point system where their different recycled things can be converted into e-cash or vouchers, where they can use to buy groceries, or they can treat their family. So imagine an entire garbage bag can give you like a whole entire meal for your family. So that's what I'm pushing. And also immersion, a lot of immersion, because I need to be there myself. I need to see that landfill. I really want to go there because it gives me the push to do everything that I can. And not a lot of people would like to go into that place, but I need to, because this gives me a huge slap in the face of reality of how much waste we are producing every single day. That's 0.4 kilograms per person on average. And, it doesn't sound like much. Sorry, I'm swallowing my saliva. It doesn't sound like much, but you multiply that to 400,000 people here in Lapu-Lapu, or you multiply that to 108 million people all over the Philippines. And that's why we have mountains of trash. So it really starts at home. It starts with having a love for the environment, making everybody realize that this earth that we have to have a very symbiotic relationship instead of a parasitic one. And I'm sorry if I'm speaking way too much and way too fast.
It's okay. Thank you for your passion. Thank you, Ms. Lapu-Lapu City.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. So up next, we have Mabitak, Laguna.
Amidst of the darkness and threats that surrounds us nowadays, always remember that better days are about to come. I am Julina Pearl Miranda. Welcome to our progressive and eco-friendly municipality, Bayan ng Mabitak, Lalawigan ng Laguna. With a total land area of 80.76 square kilometers, Mabitak has been an icon rich in culture and heritage in the 4th District of Laguna. This is the home of the Nuestra Senora de Candelaria Parish Church, located above Calvary Hill, and famous for its staircase with 126 steps to salvation. Mabitakeños' creativity are evident on the wicker rattan industry, which is a major source of products that are being exported locally and internationally. Our town is very particular when it comes to preserving our ecosystem. Clean and Green Drive tree planting activities, waste disposal programs are some of our initiatives in protecting our natural resources. Joining Miss Earth Philippines for me is not about fame and glamour, but a way for me to use this platform to raise my voice on educational tourism. Protecting the environment is not a luxury, it's fundamental to us all. If we destroy our world, there will be no more human rights to protect. It is not too late if we start acting now. This is our purpose. This is my purpose. Because I am the woman of the earth.
Welcome, Miss Mabitak. Oh my God, did I pronounce that right?
Yes, it's Mabitak. Good evening for everyone.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks, Miss Mabitak. I was looking where exactly it is because I'm as well based in Laguna, but still far away from you in San Pablo City.
Yes.
But looking at all those environmental options that we can take, what would you like to push and promote to everybody out there as the priority action that you think can give us the fastest results to heal the planet?
Okay. For me, I would like to start with my municipality because my municipality is actually a catch basin from the nearby towns. So I would like my local government unit to focus on waste disposal program so that we could really control the floodings because which I'm very proud of also with my LGU is they have built a retaining wall which is also helps us to reduce the floodings. And I think this waste disposal program also would help not only my municipality but all over the world to heal the planet because we have a lot of options, especially even though we are in the comfort of our homes, we can always start small by just conserving our energy and also doing the 5 hours on a daily routine.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Ms. Mabitak, I was very happy to see streams in your video. Meron ba sa'yong nakwento yung mga lolo o lola mo na ginagawa nila before dun sa mga batis na yan? I'm very happy that you still had the opportunity to enjoy that.
Yes, honestly, I was really enjoying myself when I visited Kalikasan, the Batis, because my lolo and lola I have the story na they used to wash their clothes at the streams of waters, and I think it's a very good. I think if I would like also to experience that honestly, but of course even though I would like to experience that, I want to prioritize also the effects of those detergents that will run through the streams. I would like to make it as clean as possible.
All right. Maraming salamat, Miss Mabitak.
Thank you so much po.
Okay, and up next, we have Miss Makilala, North Cotabato.
I am Lu Arabel Raga, your Miss Philippines Earth, Makilala, North Cotabato.
Makilala is a first-class municipality in the province of North Cotabato. It has 3 diverse ethnicities native to the place, known as Lumads, Muslims, and Christians. Despite our differences, we, the tribe people, are united and share the same responsibilities to develop our municipality. We have respect and cultural understanding towards each other, so we live in harmony and peace even before our municipality was established. Our municipality is one of the places greatly affected by the climate change. In the past years, a series of calamities brought chaos to our peaceful living.
Destroyed by the 6.3 earthquake.
These calamities became an eye-opener to us Maquilaleños that we should not take for granted our Mother Earth, that we should take good care of our environment more than what we did before. As Maquilaleños, We hold the spirit of togetherness. The LGU relocated those dislocated families and give them the responsibility to be more accountable to the environment. The LGU taught them the basics of the 5 Rs to have more productive and progressive environment. Some private organizations work with DENR in tree planting activities and campaigns for proper waste segregation. Maquilaleños work really hard and well to respond to these calamities. I joined Miss Philippines Earth because I wanted to use my voice. Situations like climate change happens because of the responsibilities of humans. That's why I wanted to advocate how essential the empowering of mental health to everyone, because I believe that possessing a healthy and positive mindset will generate meaningful actions that could benefit our environment.
I am a woman of the earth.
All right, let's welcome Miss Makilala, North Cotabato.
Good evening.
Yeah, thanks, Miss Makalala North Cotabato, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Cotabato.
Thank you. That was a nice balanced video with looking at the big picture and then as well some practical actions that we can take, and harmony in the community, working together despite different ethnic and religious backgrounds. That's a very, very good point. And I think that's what we need for environmental advocacy as well. I saw you focused a lot on the children there. What do you think you can do locally to really help the children to become eco-warriors?
As what they've said, sir, children are the future generations. And I think one of the best way to be an influence to the children is to be a role model to them. I wanted to use my advocacy, which is the empowered mental health, to especially to the children. I wanted to teach them first what is the 5 Rs all about, because I wanted them to be environmentally conscious to the environment. Because if you plant positivities to the mind of the children, they will never go wrong. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Hi, Ms. Makilala. From the earthquake recently and now to the pandemic, how will you encourage people to become more optimistic?
I think one of the best way to encourage the people to be optimistic is to find hope despite every devastating experience they've experienced. Because as a Maquilaleños who experienced those devastated situations like earthquake and floods, I am proud that we are resilient. We are resilient in every ways, in every aspects, and we are ready to fight and face the different calamities that will come along our journey.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Miss Makilala. So up next, we have Miss Mandaluyong City.
Hi, I'm Ronnie Meneses, Miss Philippines Earth, Mandaluyong City. Today we're going to talk about vegetarianism and climate change while cooking a wholesome and delicious Pinoy dish, kare-kare, vegetarian style. First, let's prepare the ingredients. I joined Miss Philippines Earth because it is a pageant that focuses on women who can carry its mission to protect and preserve the environment. At dahil malaki ang pagmamalasakit ko sa kalikasan, I believe this is the platform for me. I will be able to encourage more people to start taking responsibilities, to start making conscious efforts in living sustainably. At pwedeng-pwede natin itong simulan sa ating katawan. Isa ito sa dahilan kung bakit ako vegetarian. According to studies, about 25% of all the global climate change problems we are seeing can be attributed to the livestock production. It is one of the major culprits of the world's greenhouse gas emissions. Vast quantities of lands are used for large-scale animal grain plantations which take up more than half of the planet's habitable surface. Kaya naman our personal decision can make a big impact. I'm inviting you all to join me in this journey. Let's rethink our food consumption by adopting a plant-rich diet. We can make a difference, even a dent in the global warming process, by simply reducing our consumption of factory farmed meat. We should also reuse and recycle because these translate to resource and energy conservation. We only have one planet, and respecting it is the least we can do. Pangalagaan natin ang ating kalikasan. I am Ronnie Meneses, Miss Philippines Earth, Mandaluyong City. I am a woman of Earth.
Hi, Miss Mandaluyong City.
Hi. Good evening. How are you all?
Very good, thank you.
Hi, Miss Mandaluyong. When can we taste your vegetarian curry? Yes, that.
When do you want? I can send you some.
Maybe the carbon footprint of sending it over to Laguna will
yeah.
be too high, and all the benefits
yeah.
will be destroyed of having a vegetarian meal. But I agree with you; it can be a huge difference. And one of the shocking things when I came to the Philippines was that even if you order vegetables, it often has meat in it. It's very difficult to have dishes that are completely without meat in this country. So how do you think we can convince a lot of the general public that at least more meat-free food would be very good for their health and for their planet?
Well, actually, right now, it's such a good thing that a lot of restaurants are opening that are very vegetarian and vegan friendly. And so it's very accessible now. But I think the best way to encourage people to start moving towards a plant-based diet is to really educate them and inform them about the whole vegetarianism. I wouldn't want to dictate or impose anything because if I do that, then it wouldn't be authentic anymore. So the best way to really encourage people is just by educating them and showing them the benefits of having a vegetarian diet, not only for ourselves, but also for our environment.
Great, thanks.
That's true.
Thank
Are you
you.
part of Manila Vegans in Facebook?
Yes, and other Facebook groups.
All right. It's very refreshing to see someone who promotes vegetarianism. I'm an on and off vegetarian. Sandra Seifert, or Miss Earth Air 2009, has been a vegan for the longest time, but I'm an on and off vegetarian. But yeah, your point on it being an environmental issue is accurate. If you would suggest one environmental film for people to watch about vegetarianism, what's your number one recommendation?
I would actually say Game Changers because that was the movie that really influenced me to move towards a plant-based diet, because not only did it focus on our own health, but it also focused on the effects of being a plant-based, being a vegetarian to our environment. So, it's a win-win situation. Not only will you take care of your body more, not only will you become healthier, but you're also taking into consideration the wellness of our environment.
Thank you, Ms. Mandaluyong. Mine's What the Hell.
Yeah, that's my second one. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Miss Mandaluyong City. Up next, we have Polomalok, South, Cotabato.
I am Precious Valerie Lumaya Ganimas, your Miss Philippines Earth, Polomalok, South Cotabato.
Polomalok is a first-class municipality of South Cotabato where abundance of agriculture and history of crops with diverse culture and religion. It has known landmark of a beautiful Mount Matuto. People here has different beliefs, traditions, and dialects but still unify as one by respecting differences to achieve peace and order. Polomalok Public Market was known to be the cleanest market in the whole South Cotabato as we are strictly implementing proper waste segregation and simply following the 5 Rs. We are full of historic crafts by our loving dreamweaver late Babu Fuyabi. Through her handworks and mastery of designing for decades, Blaan tribe is still inheriting her masterpiece. It is particularly located in a remote tribal village located at the foothills of Mount Matuto. The Blaan Wellness and Tribal Village and Fuyabing School of Living Tradition in Sitio Amcoo is active in its campaign for preservation of Blaan culture, traditions, and heritage. Pulamalok is blessed a fertile land for agriculture, livestock, and poultry. It landed jobs to the locals or even to the people outside of Pulamalok, as we have the largest pineapple plantation. I should be the next Miss Philippines Earth because I have the voice to influence others with my purpose and advocacy to sustain the tourism development. It's about thinking beyond yourself and making the world a better place. It's about respecting the environment, the people, and the culture around you. And I am the woman of the earth.
Hi, Miss Palomok.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening,
Hey, and
Miss
our judges.
Polomolok. Nice to meet you and great to see how they are preserving the local culture. What do you think can we do to bring preserving local culture and preserving our Mother Earth together in a very effective initiative locally?
Yes, Pulamalok is very rich in culture as well as with the environment, and we are very proud of that. And about that one, we still are preserving the beauty of a natural culture that we have, which Pulamalok is derived from the word Blaan, which is the hunting ground, and Pulamalok is very rich of the agriculture, which gives jobs to everyone. And I know that everybody can help with this platform of mine, which is the sustainable tourism. And it's about establishes a suitable balance between environmental, economic, and social cultural aspect and tourism development. And it's about thinking beyond yourself and reflecting that every actions that we make has something to conserve to our environment. And also it's about doing what we love and making the world a better place. And also it's about respecting the environment, the people, and the culture around you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Miss Polomalok. One thing that I love most about your town is the fact that it is a blue zone. Blue zone meaning there are people who live past the age of 100 or at least are centenarians in your area. The Blaan community have a lot of people who go beyond 90 years old. Have you personally tried any indigenous way of eating or living the way of life? Maybe that's their secret to being so well balanced in life.
Yes. Actually, I already meet our Gamaba, or our national living treasure. However, a few months ago, she died, and we are very sad with that. But still, we are happy because her treasure still passed to another one. And actually, the secret of that is having a beautiful environment and not toxic environment. And the secret of that is also they are they are eating healthy foods, and also they have other tradition which they are praising the environment, which gives them a good health.
All right. Thank you so much. I hope to visit there personally one day. Thank you, Miss Polomalok.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay, up next, we have Miss Puerto Princesa City.
I'm Roshane Bongat, your Miss Philippines Earth, Puerto Princesa.
Puerto Princesa City has been declared a highly urbanized city, and when we say highly urbanized, together with the development involves a lot of industries, or in layman's terms, progress. But with this so-called progress, we can possibly bring a threat to our Mother Nature. But that is not the case in my city.
We proactively participate on countless tree planting activities, just like Pistay and Cagaban. From protecting our forests, we have also learned to preserve and enrich our marine life by planting mangrove trees along the coastline of the city. 48% of plastic waste used for packaging serves as the major contributor to both marine and land pollution in the Philippines.
Businesses and industries here in our city never had a tough time innovating ways just to contribute in the prevention of pollution and waste. Plastic straws are a no-no. Biodegradable, environment-friendly, and aesthetically pleasing bamboo straws are in.
A citywide ordinance is in effect in all establishments, encouraging consumers garden using plastic bags but eco bags of their own. That is more safe for the environment, durable, and reusable.
One small change is more than enough to give a better contribution towards lessening the carbon footprints of our Earth, and if we do it together, we can see the colors of the Earth vibrant, shining, and alive. I am women of the Earth.
Okay, let's welcome Miss Puerto Princesa City. Is she with us? There she is.
Hi.
Hi! Hello, everyone.
Hi, Miss Puerto Princesa. Many vibrant colors in your video. I
Thank
hope
you
I
so
can
much.
visit one day Puerto Princesa.
Please
I have
do.
not yet been there. Yes. And what do you think is the effort that can most effectively help Puerto Princesa as such a beautiful biodiverse place to preserve exactly that for the next 100 or 1,000 or more years?
Yes. Actually, Puerto Princesa is one of the first place here in the Philippines to ban single-use plastic. And continuing this protocol and this law of ours is close to our heart. And I believe continuing this can eventually improve our environment, as rather than, I believe that it's difficult for us to eliminate all plastic, but I do believe that lessening it from little bit can make a big difference for all of us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Miss Puerto Princesa. I'm very much familiar with the Feast of the Forest, yung Pista Iang Cagaban. You've been planting so many trees for so many years. Are there still spaces left?
I apologize, the internet connection was a bit laggy. Can you please repeat that?
Do you think, are there still spaces for us to plant more trees in Puerto Princesa, given that you really plant a lot of trees every year for the Feast of the Forest or yung Pista Iang Cagaban? Okay, no problem. I think we're good with that. I think the video says it all. Thank you so much, Miss Puerto Princesa City.
Okay. So up next, we have Miss Quezon City.
Quezon City, my home. Quezon City, the city of stars, the city where the golden sun radiates and illuminates, that heightens the visibility of our beautiful eco-tourist spots, such as the Quezon Memorial Circle, the Ninoy Aquino Parks and Wildlife Center, and La Mesa Eco Park. Also, a city that has faced and continues to face environmental issues that pertain to urbanization. However, despite these challenges, the spirit of the people of Quezon City remains strong and full of hope. This can be seen through the efforts of environmental NGOs, as well as the local government's effort in the establishment of the climate change and environmental sustainability initiatives that consist of projects such as urban farming, solarization of 50 public schools in Quezon City, trash to cashback program, and many, many more. These efforts remind me of our capability to reach the 6th R, and that is restore. When addressing climate change, it is imperative that we rethink our actions, reduce our impact, reuse and recycle our resources, respect
one another and our Mother Earth, and together we can restore the earth, restore the goodness of humanity, and restore our hope for a brighter, greener future. I joined Miss Philippines Earth to pursue causes greater than myself that hopefully reach positive outcomes greater than the reach of my lifetime. That is when I know I am embodying the essence of my being. Here, surrounded by the beautiful colors of the earth, I am your Miss Philippines Earth, Quezon City, and I am a woman of the earth.
Hey, hello, Miss Quezon City.
Hi, everyone. Good evening to everyone.
Hi, Miss Quezon City.
Hello, good evening.
That was a lovely video with a lot of the beautiful nature that we still have in Quezon City as a very urbanized area. And I could sense from the way you were talking about your mission that you see a bigger calling or legacy for yourself. Quezon City is a huge place. If you can reach all the people there, we can make a big impact. What is your vision to mobilize Quezon City?
Yes, I mentioned a lot of the essence of my being and my purpose. And I've always looked back and wondered why I was always so fond of studying the environment and now advocating for the environment. And I realized now that it was because of the experiences that I had growing up in Quezon City. It's because I was able to experience the beauty of the environment, but also experience the issues that pertain to urbanizations firsthand. And I envision the Quezon City with children just playing. I remember as a kid, I would play and I would just be mesmerized with the tall palm trees and the fresh air, spending so much time with my family, with my friends outside. And it would be to elevate the social welfare of the people by also elevating the well-being of the environment. And as I've always reiterated when it comes to my environment, my advocacy, that to take care of the environment is to take care of our people. And so by ensuring that the people are no longer breathing polluted air, that they are no longer surrounded by polluted bodies of water, we are also elevating the social welfare and the social well-being of the Filipino people, because to take care of the environment is to take care of our people. And that is how I envision the Quezon City as, that we are both taking care of both the environment and the people.
Thank you. Well said, Miss Quezon City.
Thank you so much.
Hi, Ms. Quezon City. I know that the city is indeed very big and there are a lot of issues to resolve, but you shot at the Quezon City Memorial Circle, and I remember one of the last times I was there, seeing a lot of plastic from the food stalls and also in the plant stands. How can you convince these people to find more eco-friendly alternatives?
Yes, as stated, it always roots back to the essence of our being. And so our being is that we are biologically connected to Mother Earth. And Mother, we call Mother Earth as Mother because Mother represents an intimate relationship. So that would be to reiterate the significance of who we are as human beings and how that gives us the accountability that we should hold ourselves accountable for our actions. And also the environmental protection and waste management are shifting their focus to climate change and environmental sustainability. And one of the initiatives for this year is actually plastic ordinances. So that would be the very strict restriction to the banning of single-use plastic. So that would be really great progress. And also, as stated before, it would be to reiterate, encourage people that, as stated, by taking care of ourselves and by taking care of the environment, we are collaborating with the well-being of both humanity and the Mother Earth. So that would be my goal when it comes to encouraging people to just be. It comes with like small tasks, such as like small actions, such as throwing the trash in the proper trash bin and those little things, and also rooting back to our accountability as individuals.
Thank you, Ms. Quezon City. And on our part, we can always refuse these plastics. All right, thank you.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much.
Okay, and up next, we have Miss Zaguday Quirino.
marilag, kalinaw, dalisay. Isa, dalawa, tatlong salitang ibig ipakita. Ang isang dambana ng kaayusan at pagkakaisa. Mahirap tukuyin, madaling ibigin. Malimit bisitahin, madalas yakapin. Isang marilag na probinsya na tila ibon sa mapa. Kalakip nito ang 6 na bayan na malayo na ang natatamasa. Isa dito ang kalinawan ng bayan ng Saguday na aking sinisinta. Bayang mayaman sa agrikultura, pagkain galing sa dalisay na pagod at pawis ng mga dakilang magsasaka. Siak ni Angel Kit Dizon, mapadayawan nga mga representar iti sibubuo nga pagilian iti Saguday, probinsya iti Quirino. Quirino, tinaguriang nakakubling paraiso ng norte, isang lalawigang mayaman sa turismo, kultura, agrikultura at pangangalaga sa inang kalikasan. Mayaman sa butil ng palay at mais, makulay na lunti ang kapaligiran at malinaw na daloy ng tubig. Narito ako sa isang pedestal na tila bago sa lugar na hindi pa nakikilala. Isang abenida ng oportunidad upang kami ay makita. Mga gawaing aming kinamulatan at mga pag-uugaling aming kinalakihan ang nais kong sa inyo'y ibida. Siak tilibnos itilubong. I am woman of the earth.
Alright, hello Miss Saguday.
Hi, magandang gabi po. Kamusta po kayo at maligayang pagdating sa aming probinsya?
Hi, Miss Saguday.
Hi.
For
Hello
me,
po.
it was a little bit of hindi ko maintindihan, but
Yes
I'm
po.
sure you can share with me the essence of your video in English. I love the beautiful nature pictures that you have, and seems like your place is a must visit.
Yes po. So the concept of my eco video po is to showcase to you the beautiful sceneries of our province, because I want to showcase not just my municipality but our whole province, and I firmly believe po that the success of our tourism industry does not only depend on the beautiful geographical sceneries but also by its people po.
Thank you so much, Ms.
Thank you.
Ms. Saguday, nakakatuwa dahil sa totoo lang, unang beses ko narinig yung inyong bayan. At nakakatuwa kasi napakarami palang mga gandang tanawin at maraming magandang gawain na pwedeng gawin sa inyong lugar siguro pagkatapos ng pandemya. And yung paggamit mo ng Filipino nakaka-antig damdamin, napakaganda. Kung bibigyan kita ng pagkakataon ngayon para kumbinsihin yung mga nanonood ngayon, diretsong Tagalog para magkaintindihan ang lahat.
Sige.
Ano ang sasabihin mo?
Ma'am, pwede pong pakiulit po. Hindi ko po masyadong naintindihan.
Alright. Okay, ano yung mensahe mo sa lahat ng mga nanonood ngayon kung paano papangalagaan yung kapaligiran? Tagalogin natin para gets nung iba.
Ang masasabi ko po sa sangkatauhan ay magsimula tayo sa pinaka-basic, sa pinaka-umpisa. Isipin man ng ibang tao na masyadong simple yung magtapon sa tamang tapunan, or pulutin natin yung mga nakikita nating kalat sa ating kapaligiran. Kung iisipin natin, masyado siyang simple pero malaki ang epekto niya at malaki ang tulong niya sa kalikasan. At ang isang simpleng pagpulot ng kalat ay makakatulong ng malaki. Naniniwala po ako na kahit simple lang yung bagay na ginagawa natin, pero kung may puso tayo, kung may pag-aalala tayo sa kalikasan natin, masasabi natin meron tayong pagmamahal sa ating kalikasan.
Alright, thank you so much. Maraming salamat, Ms. Saguday.
Salamat po, salamat.
Matias, she said that her message to the people is that we should all go back to basics. As simple as our acts may be, such as throwing our trash properly, it shows our love and concern for the environment.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much po.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. And last but not least, we have Miss San Juan City.
I am Eliza Macedolia, your Miss Philippines Earth San Juan City. Welcome to my home. Known as the smallest city in the metro with the shape of a heart, San Juan City is a hub of history, culture, and commerce throughout the years. It is where the first battle of the Philippine Revolution took place, also well known for our Wata Wata Festival, and considered as the Tiangge capital of the metro with the presence of a pioneer shopping center famously known as Green Hills. As a San Juaneño, we have this no segregation, no collection policy, and in connection to my advocacy, which is the pandemic in the ocean floor, the proper disposal of these so-called COVID wastes will not only help us prevent the spread of the coronavirus, but also protect the marine life. Our City Mayor Francis M. Zamora would like San Juan City to become known as a historical tourism destination where it has the Pinaglabanan Memorial Shrine, Museo El Deposito, Museo ng Katipunan, St. John the Baptist Church, and Club Filipino. The reason why I want to become Miss Philippines Earth 2021 is because I want to empower and inspire young men and women to become more aware of their surroundings, their environment. Our apathy and indifference has brought our Mother Earth into a brink of destruction, and I want to let the people know that there are still some ways we can do about it. In this new normal, it is also best to practice the 5 R's. Rethink, reduce, reuse, recycle, and respect as we live towards having a more sustainable lifestyle. After all, our beloved Earth is what we all have in common. I am Eliza May Sedelia, and I am Woman of the Earth.
Right,
Hello.
welcome Miss San Juan City.
Hi, Miss.
Good
Miss
evening. How is
good
everyone
evening.
doing?
Hi, Miss San Juan. Yeah, nice to see something recognizable there, Green Hills. Then I know where you are from, and nice to see some special effects as well in the video. And thinking about Green Hills, obviously it's a new normal now, but what do you think you could do in a place like Green Hills to convince them about waste minimization and recycling?
Okay, so first, can I only tackle first the problem that we have here in San Juan City? So I think one of the challenges that we have not only in San Juan City but also in the whole Metro Manila is rapid urbanization, which has greatly accelerated the economic and social development. However, raised some environmental concerns like increased air, water, and noise pollution, and worsening water quality, flash flooding, and improper waste disposal, just like what you've said. And the reason behind my advocacy is because I love to travel, and especially going on beach trips. And even though I live in a city and don't have much bodies of waters around me, my love for the ocean pushed me into advocating for the seas. So my environmental advocacy is about the pandemic in the ocean floor. And I believe that this is very timely with our current fight against COVID-19. And I believe that it is not only humans who are experiencing the pandemic, but also the marine species too. And the improper disposal of used tissues, face masks, latex gloves, and other PPEs has been adding up to the existing water pollution, hence damaging the seabed and killing the marine life even more. So I am actually eagerly promoting my advocacy by targeting each household to not only segregate their use, their biodegradable, recyclable, and non-recyclable, but also segregate their COVID wastes or their medical waste. And by doing this can positively have a domino effect by starting in our households. This can positively have a domino effect to our youth, to our businesses, and many more. And I think this can not only help us prevent the spread of the coronavirus, but also protect the marine life. Thank you so much. Sir.
Thank you, Ms. San Juan. And I also echo or support your sentiment about segregating face masks and other medical waste kasi kawawa naman talaga yung kumukuha ng mga basura natin, di ba? San Juan is also known for the Wata Wata Festival, and this year you didn't have one. Of course, the Wata Wata Festival is rooted from St. John the Baptist, and yun kaya nga may piyestang ganon. Pero how do you strike the balance? Or should you think one should give way to the other, environment versus culture? Do you think you should give up completely yung pag-celebrate ng Wata Wata Festival in the name of water conservation?
Okay. Okay, so with regards to the water conservation, again, with what you've said, Wata Wata Festival is to commemorate our patron saint and namesake, Saint John the Baptist. And we actually celebrate it at every 24th of June. So recent lang po, tapos na siya. But with the difference of it po is that since last year po, we didn't celebrate it by splashing water all over the citizens and even on jeepneys or just basically the people. It's actually good because we have other alternative way on celebrating it by, commemorating St. John the Baptist and going on churches and yes, celebrating the culture and the history that we've had all over the years. And I believe that water conservation should really be done, especially right now that we have a lot of problems with regards to waters, like with what I've mentioned with regards to the rapid urbanization. We have worsening waterways and I have actually worked with the waterway cleanup operation with our San Juan River Warriors. And during the Environmental Day, I have actually went to clean Ermitaño Creek. And I think what I've learned about this is that the waters is really important. It's also connected to my advocacy. And I think the improper disposal of not only the medical waste, but the waste in general really affects the environment. And I think also that as much as we love the environment, we should also love our country and our history.
All right. Thank you so much, Miss San Juan.
Thank you po.
All right, guys, so you just saw the first batch of delegates and their eco-video presentations. Let's give them a big round of applause. They all did a very good job with their eco-videos. So you can also view those videos on our Miss Philippines Earth Facebook page, and you can also cast your vote for the best eco-video on the Ecosystem app. If you haven't downloaded the app yet, now's the best time to do so. So there are 3 more batches of delegates that are scheduled to make their presentations soon. So be sure to join us again to learn more about our delegates and the environment. Also, a big thank you to our judges, Matthias and Kathy. They will be joining us again for the next Eco Video online presentation. They have a lot to judge. And of course, thank you to everyone watching our live stream, and thank you for your continued support. Until next time, this has been Eliza Mendoza, your Miss Philippines Earth Ecotourism 2020. Stay safe and have a great Monday evening. Bye, guys.